we want to keep going there?
Let me do just a few more pages, and then we'll get back to the.
If you're on the phone right now, just hang on for a couple more minutes while we get through this. If you're not on the phone, the number's on your screen, and if you can't get through, you can email tv@atheist-community.org. And for Mike and others, as a reminder, we're going to dinner after the show at Threadgills on Riverside. We'll be on there around 5 o'clock, and you're welcome to join us.
If I can squeak in just a couple pages between the calls, that would be cool.
Yeah, cool.
Batman, I thought it was interesting. Batman uses Falcone to project his symbol both physically and from a symbolic standpoint, using Falcone as an example to inspire fear of Batman and others. That was just kind of interesting because he said that he wanted to turn the fear that was being used against the people, turn fear against those who fear on prey on the fearful. That's how he put it.
Right.
I want to turn fear on those who prey on the fearful. And he actually, in the film, does it physically by taking Falcone and tying him to a spotlight to do the bat symbol. So he projects his own symbol as a fearful, a symbol that criminals should be fearful by using a person who had preyed on the fearful. So I thought that was kind of an interesting thing. I want to point it out. And then again, Bruce talks to Alfred, and he says that theatricality and deception are powerful weapons. Rachel,
just ask the church.
Yeah, Rachel tells Bruce, it's not who you are underneath, it's what you do that defines you. And the point here is that even if I may want to act in a beneficial fashion, if I fail to act out of fear, that's all there really is to me that matters in any real sense that impacts or affects anything. And the converse is also true, which would be that if I act out of fear, if somebody compels me to act and I'm fearful, like they're compelling me using only my own fear against me, and I do something that is a horrible thing, I've still done it.
Yeah.
That's no excuse. As long as, if someone's got a gun to your head, I'm sympathetic. But if you were just simply afraid and there was nothing there to fear, that was your failure to think that drove you to do that. Someone should not be able to take advantage of you on that level. If they do, that's your own fault.
Yeah, and you're not just fear, but any other passion that happens to drive you, like the people who are making death threats over this wafer. I understand that you think it's serious, that somebody's walked away with the actual body of Jesus, but your passionate belief that it's true doesn't make it true, and it certainly doesn't justify actions like making death threats.
Okay, and then real quickly, just this one I thought was very significant. There's a scene where Batman is scaring a criminal, he's a corrupt cop named Flass, and he's got him, and Flass says, he's asking him, where are these drugs going? And Flass says, I never knew, I don't know, I swear to God. And Batman says, swear to me. And he emphasizes that. And this is very reminiscent of Hebrews 6:13 that says, when God made his promise to Abraham, since there was no one greater for him to swear by, he swore by himself. And so what we've got here is Flass saying, I swear to God, and Bruce is saying, swear to me. So I felt that was like highly significant, that we were talking about the idea of raising themselves to a symbol and being symbolic gods, and then he basically plugs himself right in as greater, where Flass is saying, I'm willing to swear to God, and Bruce says, means nothing, you need to swear to me.
Yeah, and while this will tell people way too much about how my brain works, it reminds me of an old joke about, what name do atheists scream when you're having sex? And the answer is yours. So.
All right. And then once again, I mentioned before, there's the line where he says, Counselor, we don't want to know what's in Mr. Falcone's crate. And it's just the idea of if something is that scary or that frightening, I just don't even want to know. Yeah. And that's what causes people to not act.